Oh, God, someone just wake me up from this fucking Manchester United nightmare. Honestly, I've got to analyse another pointless performance from Manchester United. And pointless, again, that's like the topic, innit? Manchester United, no wins in 8 in the Premier League, with Villa coming up next at Old Trafford. No wins in 8. In 5 of them games, we've not scored a goal. This is all after Man United beat Leicester, went on international break, and since coming back from international break, nothing, no wins for Manchester United. I hate this team, and I'm not afraid to say it. You can stick your fucking supporting this club through thick and thin up your ass comment on this one, because tonight, again, Manchester United, that was supposedly our best team. Ruben Amorim, like, I'm right behind this guy. He's calling these players out completely. He said, go out there tonight and prove that you belong in that team on Wednesday night. Go out there tonight, play, and earn your spot in that team. Fucking, we're running out of players because none of them are any good. There's no one who's fit to play in that final for this team right now. They were a fucking embarrassment again tonight, this Manchester United side. I'm sick to death. I'm so happy that we've got one more fucking game to go and watch this absolute dross. Honestly, the final right now, I'm just at the point now where I don't fucking care. I really don't. Like, I will never forget what Man United used to stand for in the Premier League and competing at the top. And all these players can think about is that Europa League game on Wednesday. You could tell by the way they were fucking playing tonight. Honestly, like, it's a nothing game. We go into it, we expect to lose. Yeah. But they take you to all new levels, this team, of hate and despising them. Like, we can go through all of the players. First of all, second to last game of the season, on the eve of going into one of the most important games in this club's history, and you've got Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof standing up in your back three. They were playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for God's sake. If you can't see what needs to be done in the summer here in Ineos, with Jim Radcliffe, Berardi and Wilcox all sat there in the stands watching that shit, then we give up. Honestly, like, if you don't make the necessary changes, fucking 10 at least of that first team need to be gone this summer. Honestly, like, how the hell are we lining up with them three at the back? At the back end of Ruben Amorim's shocking season for Manchester United. How is that even possible? Like, tonight, every single player that I hoped would stand up and be counted. Like, I was actually excited to see Ahmad and Mount play together in the front line. That was a strong Manchester United side. We had one shot on target. One shot on target the whole game. Honestly, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, the goal, like, Garnacho comes on. Go on, Garnacho. Go and prove yourself. Go and make your point. Stands around, dancing around Reece James, giving him all the time in the world to cross the ball. Lindelof gets caught in no man's land and Kukurea gets a free header. We should have gone 2-0 down straight after that. Again, defence in the middle of nowhere, no man's land, no idea where they was, lost the bearings completely. Madueke shanks it wide. We got lucky with that one. Like, first half, like, when Harry Maguire scored, I thought, hey, here we go. It's like they're showing a little bit of spirit here. We're actually doing something. But you know what happens with this team? You know what happens with this Manchester United side? The adversity. I say it every single time. As soon as they feel like they've been hard done to, it's game over. They're done. They're finished. As soon as that goal got disallowed from Harry Maguire, game over. We didn't threaten once. After that, that was it. That was our moment. Whoa, we're in front. Everyone, that's it. United are done. Simple as. It happens in every game. You watch every game back. Whenever there's a decision that goes against Manchester United or they concede a goal, they fucking capitulate. Their heads are gone. I've seen Harry Maguire there shaking his head. I'm sick of it, Harry. I don't care anymore, mate. Stop shaking your head and go and do something. Bruno Fernandes tonight, non-existent. Again, I said, like, Ahmad and Mount, I was looking forward to seeing them play. Shit. Both of them. I call it as it is. I call it as I see it. Like, Casemiro, poor game for him. Honestly, like, Andre Onana palming that ball out for Enzo in the first half, that done me. And then when I thought he'd given away that penalty as well, like, I was like, oh, the circus is back in town, isn't it? It really is. So many shit performances, so much to do for Manchester United. And Do you know what? I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath getting angry with it, but I can't help it because it just runs through all of us, doesn't it? Like it's in our DNA. It's this club, we absolutely love this football club, and we cannot let go. We supporters, we follow him through thick and thin, but I just don't care for any of these players. I don't care for any of them. Like everything else that's going on right now, for this team to not be able to conjure up a win in the last 8. And you've seen the teams that we've played. We've had Wolves and West Ham at home. We played Brentford and Bournemouth. We can't get a win out of them games. And I just said it a minute ago, that's 8 games without a win for Man United. And in 5 of them games, Manchester United haven't scored a goal. And we still can't get past the 40-point mark. We're in the 30 points still. If it weren't for Spurs losing again tonight, honestly, like, the only thing that's good that's come of tonight is that City are out the bleeding Champions League places because we're that shit. They're watching these games tonight, City fans, and they're thinking, oh, good God, actually, the fact that Spurs and Man United are so shit, it's actually going to do us here tonight, innit? This is what this is. Good luck for Wednesday, says Mohammed. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Oh, good God. Another one. Stephen Hawkins says, this team has ruined the last 9 months of my life. I cannot believe how low we have fallen. Amorim isn't the answer. How long can Amorim survive this? He can't. He's basically used up all of his get-out-of-jail cards now. He's done. Like, he's literally finished. I'm looking at the league table on my screen right here, right now. Manchester United played 37, won 10. Fuck me. Like 9 draws, 18 defeats. 18 defeats. Like, honestly, that is an all-time low. An all-time low. The only teams that haven't scored more than Manchester United are the relegated sides. Everyone else in the league has scored more goals than Manchester United. We are on minus 12 goal difference. Minus 12 goal difference. Let that sink in just a minute. Minus 12. All you see is red across the board in defeats. In recent form, Manchester United. But honestly, I say it like tonight, if I went out, watched that game. So I didn't go out and watch the game, sorry, not like. I was watching that game tonight. I've lost my words. I'm that angry. I can't even like figure out what I'm actually saying right now. But if I have to watch one more game with Rasmus Højlund as our strike-off, I think I'll end up... I don't even know what I'll do, honestly. I don't even want to say it, but you know where I'm going with it. It just feels like it's pointless. The whole game plan is pointless. As long as you've got Andre Onana in goal and you've got Rasmus Højlund up front, there's no point in saying any or sending them out to do anything. It just dies. It does. It just dies with them two instantly. And when everyone else in the middle is just playing as bad as they are, I fear for Ruben Amorim right now because I'm listening to what he's saying this week. Some of these players have forgotten what Manchester United are, how big Manchester United are. We've forgotten how important it was. We've forgotten what it was like to feel like losing a game was the end of the world. All of these comments this week, it doesn't have any effect on them at all. It just doesn't have... there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There must be massive concerns within Manchester United now watching this team. The amount of head scratching going on in that changing room and like who we look at, like honestly, there has to be players within that dressing room that are looking at certain other players. I mean, I'd be swinging me in there right now. I'd be looking at other players and I'd be going for him. You'd have to keep me off him. How this team can actually be together enough and be as one to go out and play Spurs. I just feel like it's gonna be a horrible night on Wednesday. Look, by the time we get to it, I'd have probably got my hopes up again as a normal fan does, and I feel like I've got no words. Like honestly, right now this is just pure sort of hate and just raw emotion. This is the worst Manchester United side I've ever seen, and I challenge anyone who is older than me, who's been watching Manchester United for how many years, to challenge that statement, because there is no team that is as bad as this in our history. There really isn't. I'm sorry. This is an all-time low. of absolute inadequacies, gutless wonders, absolutely pathetic players who have no idea where they are. They can't have any idea where they are. This isn't Man United, is it? This cannot be Manchester United anymore with players like this and them being allowed to get away with this shit. I'm lost as to try and bail anybody out at the moment. Like, just from that 4-1 win against Bilbao, you go from that, then you go to West Ham, you got Chelsea, and you're thinking, just give us something going into the final. Just give us a little tiny little bit of something. You know, give us something to hold on to. That United can actually do something. No. No goals against West Ham. No goals against Chelsea. One shot on target, man. I mean, one shot. We can't even muster an attempt. It just gets... No matter who we play against, it just goes to another level, doesn't it? It just gets worse and worse and worse. Thank you for the gifted memberships, Modern Samurai, and welcome to the Members Club, Carl Taylor. Love that, guys. Thank you very much. Right, let's get into some comments on this as well, because I don't know what else to say. Let's see if you actually trigger anything in my mind here right now from that game. Because all I can think about is crap performances from everyone. I ain't got anything to bring up on anyone. All I've got is, like, I hate that player more than that player. That's all I've got. I have. Rasmus, what a waste. My 99-year-old grandma can keep the ball better. Casemiro goes off. United lose all control. Play Maguire up front and send a message to Ineos that we need a striker. Barman says, that's from Ifan. Barman says, Adam, what do you honestly speak? First, all talk of about we don't care about the result. Now suddenly the wins and losses are what we count. This team, except a few, need to go. Oh, mate, you lost me with that one there, Barman. Completely makes no sense. Sorry, there might be a few typos in there as well, mate. Why Amrim didn't let them play the old style until the end of the season, until he gets the players to play his system. We would not be so low. You know, we won't be so low, but we still be mid-table. Whichever way you want Amrim to work it, we still wouldn't have been anywhere near where we needed to be. And that's the be-all and end of it. Manchester United will end the Premier League season without winning back-to-back league games for the first time ever in the competition's history. There you go. Listen to that stat right there. Victor Lindelof having to catch up with Jadon Sancho. Having a catch-up with Jadon Sancho. Lindelof will leave Manchester United this summer, but Sancho will be back if Chelsea don't turn his loan into a permanent move and pay $5 million penalty. Like, honestly, like, Victor, read the fucking room, you prick. Honestly, get out of this fucking football club, you knobhead. That's how I feel. Honestly, right now, that's how I feel. I cannot stand that man at all. I absolutely cannot stand him. I despise him. One of the worst defenders I've ever seen play. Cal says, at the end of the day, I've seen the highs and lows, but this is the worst Manchester United team in the past 40 years. No manager can win with this team. We are rotten from top to bottom. Honestly, right now, I was talking on the watch-along a moment ago, and we were talking about what might actually be better for the greater good for Manchester United, and actually not winning the Europa League was brought up. Like, don't win the Europa League because it's just going to paper over all of the cracks. It would be better for Manchester United to not win the Europa League and have to find a way to make their own money and signings this summer. All the Champions League is going to do next season for us and being in it is give us a bit more money to cover up all of the crap, and these players will be rewarded by being paid even more for the worst ever Premier League season. So this is the point where we're at. These are the facts right now about Manchester United. If we win on Wednesday, we are going to be rewarding these players by paying them 25% more than their wages because they've won a one-off game against Spurs. We're going to be rewarding them for losing 18 games so far this season and probably losing one more to Aston Villa, for not winning back-to-back games in the Premier League season in its history, for the first time in its history. That's what we're rewarding as well. That is staggering. It really is. And that, if you didn't think that this football club was completely effed up, shows you exactly where the problem is. It's dead. It's on its knees, and there is no hope for it. There really isn't. Unless you act and you sell what is necessary. There are players in this team that can be sold that you don't have to renew. I would rather watch some academy players come through and cover for the majority of this first team right now next season than watch these same players fail week in, week out. I've just said it there. Can it get any worse by playing academy players when this so-called bunch of first-team Manchester United players with the third highest wage bill in the country, the seventh highest wage bill in Europe, have not won a game in 8. I've not won back-to-back games all Premier League season. In that 8-game spell where we've not won, there's 5 games where we haven't scored a goal. Tonight against Chelsea, we conjured up 1 shot on target after the manager had called them out in the media, saying that they'd forgotten how important it was and where they actually were. They'd forgotten what Manchester United was as a football club. That's what our football team is at the moment. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm lost with them. I really am. I've got nothing else to say on any positives at all. And you know I'm a positive fan. I always try and dig out the positives in there. But honestly, right now, every single one of them players on that pitch can do one. I don't care. And you want this fan base to get behind you in that final. And we will as well. Blind loyalty. That's what this fan base is. You don't deserve the support that you get. You really don't deserve it. Let's get some more super chats in here. 19 more meaningful minutes left until the hammer starts swinging. Happy to push the team until the final whistle. Then the real accountability starts, said Greg. Another super chat in from Adam. The conversation should be about poor Amorim, how poor Amorim has been. Look, at the end of the day, look, Amorim has got to take as much blame as everybody else in this. I fear for his future. I said he's gone by Christmas next year. I just don't see it changing. I'm scared that we don't make the big changes in the summer, honestly. Sack him ASAP. He needs to go tonight. And the players, they are a disgrace to wear that kit of United, says Welshman Forever. There's some harsh words being thrown around tonight. There really is, isn't there? Oh, God. These are scary times for Manchester United. Them stats that I've just rolled out there, if there's anybody that is just listening in now and listening to what them damning stats for Manchester United's season in the Premier League are, honestly, like, I don't care. Like, I'll be happy if Man United win that final, but deep down, I really, really don't want to see any of these players again next season. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. If I could get rid of all of them, I would get rid of all of them. Every single one of them. I don't care. I really don't. Like, I know the love for Bruno. I understand Ahmad has been up there with one of our best performers. But again tonight, against a shit Chelsea side, come on. They were crap. And United couldn't lay a finger on them. Is it the manager? Do we have to get rid of Ruben Amorim? Backing him no matter what. I can see us losing on Wednesday, and then what a horrific season this has been. There's a point, though. Like, is it better that United don't win that final so the necessary cuts and the chop comes down on this squad? Is that what needs to happen come Wednesday? Does this team, in reality, deserve to be given this chance? The only thing that has got me confident of actually winning this game right now is the fact that we're so bad. That's it. Like, it's all of a sudden they'll turn up. Like ICAM there says, I hate them all, Adam. I am a positive fan. I'm a realist. I am a realist. I know that there'll be a healing time period right now after this season finishes. Everyone will forget about what happened in this season, and they'll all go back and say, well, he did this, didn't he? He did that. Look, all you have to do is remember moments like this. Remember the moments right after the game, after you'd seen your team let you down yet again. That's all you need to remember. Manchester United 18 defeats in the Premier League season, minus 12 goal difference. We've still not got past 40 points this season. We haven't won any games in the last 8. In 5 of them games, we haven't scored a goal. Manchester United haven't won back-to-back games for the first time since the Premier League began. That's relegation. That is relegation form right there. That is staggering numbers for Manchester United fans to try and get their heads around. Let's read a few more comments out. Thank God that the manager is actually amazing and really good and has nothing to do with the selection, the formation, or the coaching. Like, who else plays tonight? In terms of his selection, can we fault him? He played a strong side, expecting his team to go out and want to play and actually be a Manchester United player fighting for his space in a European Cup final. Failed on that. The shape. Is the shape good enough? Well, these players cannot play it. They cannot play it. And he is stubbornly sticking to his guns. Like, honestly, Amrin was the manager that I was the most excited about coming in years for Manchester United. Actually, someone who has done so much off the pitch for Manchester United in standing up to this culture and the status quo, which was Manchester United's inmates running the asylum at Carrington. He stood up to the negativity, and it's not been easy for him. It's not. It's been a disaster for him, in fact, in the league. His record should have him sacked right now. It really should. Well, if another manager comes in now and these players get away with it, I think it will end me. If these players get through another manager, this is where I'm at right now. I'm losing hope in Amorim. I am. We cannot continue this way. Surely there should have been some reaction from these players by now in his system and what's actually going on. But I'm at a point now where I hate these players that much. I would rather keep on losing with Amorim in charge, and then he gets sacked after all of the new players come in and some of these players are gone. I cannot handle these players all getting another go in a Man United shirt. I think that would finish me off. I couldn't manage that. That would be the biggest travesty in world football if these players got rid of another manager. Let's just get through this summer, give Ruben the players that he wants, spend what we need to spend, go into this summer with that mission on changing the face of this squad and completely wiping the slate clean with the shit that's in this team right now. And if he fails and we're still not performing going into November, then he gets the sack. It's as simple as that. That's how big clubs act. Right now, if Ruben Amorim was at Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus, any big club in any top league in Europe, Ruben Amorim would have been sacked. It's as simple as that. He would have been gone a long time ago. But every single Manchester United fan knows that these players have destroyed every single manager. How can a professional footballer not get it? How can a pro footballer who is part of, like I said before, one of the third highest paid squad in the Premier League, the 7th highest paid in European football, 7th in Europe, how can you not get it? That's the bit that someone's got to have to explain to me. How can you not figure out another system? This is your livelihood. This is your profession. You're paid a fortune to listen to coaches and take this on board. How can you not figure out another system? Are you that bad a player? Is it down to just the shit recruitment from this football club that you are thick and you do not know what you're doing on a football pitch? Surely it can't. There's so many places to point the finger, isn't there, and blame. No, there was no positives in the game, Pete, so don't worry, mate, if you can't remember any. You're not going mad. It was shit. I'll just say that right now. Simple, mate. Let's just get through. Just double check I haven't had any more super chats come in. I have. It's come from Adam again. Thank you, mate. If Southgate was doing this, the fan base would go nuts. Amorim doesn't haste much clout. Yeah, look, mate, I can't argue with it at the moment. Like, honestly, I don't blame any fan for going in on Amorim right now. I can't. Look where we are. Look where we are in the table. Amorim's record speaks for itself. I don't even know what he said in his press conference. I honestly don't want to listen to it because it'll be the same stuff again. I don't. Dreading the Villa game. I'm not going to clap there at the end. They don't deserve 75,000 supporters at home. Oh my God. Can you imagine the scene? So the stage is set. The scene is set. In fact, Old Trafford's end of the season, last game. Marcus Rashford is sat in the stands looking like he could be staying at his club that he's on loan at because they're in the Champions League. Jadon Sancho's just done the same. Sat out a game and watched his team that's paying him a fucking fortune beaten by his loan club. Looking like they're going to qualify for the Champions League. Meanwhile, Manchester United, relegation fodder at the bottom of the table, with their wage bills still coming out of the bank accounts that the fans are paying for. And then you go into that last game of the season against Aston Villa, knowing that you have had the worst ever Premier League season in the club's history. You are the worst team in this club's history. And there's 75,000 fans all stood there looking at you. Well, actually, there won't be, because I guarantee that stadium will empty. And all you will have is the kids with their favourites that they want their parents to stay and clap off the pitch. They're the only fans that are going to be staying. The ones that don't fully understand what's actually going on here. Your hardcore fans, I would be surprised if any of them were in that stadium at the end. These players don't deserve the support that they get. Season after season, they've let this fan base down. And this is the worst. This is the icing on the cake for them all. It really is. I think we might be a bit deluded because Chelsea is 5th and we only conceded 1 goal to them. Hardly a capitulation. Mate, I feel like deleting your comment just for coming out and saying that, but I won't because I'm not an idiot. But seriously, did you not listen to what I just said? We had 1 shot. 1 shot in a game of football, and that was our strongest team, apart from the back 3. Yeah, like, get a grip. Welshman Forever says, stop all the wages as punishment. They don't deserve the money. And you know what? You've got Andre Onana in the middle of our worst ever season coming into Carrington with his agent complaining that his wages were deducted because he had a 25% pay cut. Fuck off. Honestly. Ruben has literally managed 2 teams this season. He's shown you all that he's not a bad manager and that we have had bad players. Look, said it. He gets his time until he gets his players in, Greg, mate. It's as simple as that. Sorry, Adam, these players are thick and in my opinion, they don't care. Worst manager I've ever seen, says Boxing Straight Talk. At least Amorim's presser is better than his tactics. I'm 100% not going to the Villa game, says Tom. The team and Ruben can sod off. Patrick Joseph Henderson says, what else would you expect from a team with no striker? Adam, I swear, this is, if it was baseball in the States, the stands would be empty. We're probably too loyal, aren't we, Man United fans? That's what we are. We give them too much. The club started dying in 2005 when the Glazers took over and died when Fergie left. I think that's the most obvious answer anyone could put there, mate. I want the players gone before another manager loses their job because of them. They keep getting away with getting their managers sacked. They're better than the performances they put in. They have to be, don't they? You'd have thought. Will United beat Spurs on Wednesday? 57% of you in the poll are saying, no, we will not beat Spurs on Wednesday. We will not. And so, just to summarise everything and what has just happened, we have got 1 more Premier League game to go. The stats do not read well for Manchester United at all. It doesn't look good for Ruben Amorim at all right now. Unless Manchester United have a blockbuster of a summer transfer window, then this club is about to sack another manager because you cannot get away with this. How many players can Manchester United get rid of before Ruben Amorim is sacked? That's all we're thinking about right now. And everybody, if you're honest with yourself, that's what you're thinking about because you're fearing for him. Like whether you like him or not, whether you think he's good enough or not, you want to give him a chance or not. At the moment, you're thinking he's going to get sacked anyway because with this team, he doesn't stand a chance. I said earlier on today, Ruben Amorim calling out all of these players. Is this a good thing? Sean Dyche alluded to it on the overlap. Is this a good thing that Ruben keeps on coming out and calling out these players constantly? Are they going to let him down? They've got zero confidence. They honestly look like they're running around the pitch not having a clue what they're doing. If they don't get off to a good start in a game, they just completely fall off. And if we concede a goal, then it's game over. We don't come back. We never come back. Unless we're playing in Europe, Manchester United, if we concede the first goal, are dead. And when we did score the first goal the other day, against Brentford the other week, we still conceded 4 after that. I figured that one out. I can't see what he is trying to achieve. We pass around the back and kick it long every move. Højlund intakes the blame, but prime Rude would be nothing in this team, in my opinion. Look, Rasmus Højlund is shit. I don't care, mate. Honestly, I get what you're saying there. I know everyone would struggle. There needs to be a better system in place here. Are the players that bad that they cannot play Ruben Amorim's system? Is it that clear? Like, I just cannot hack the fact that these players haven't got a brain cell between them to understand what he wants them to do. Like, how can you not know what the manager has told you to do? You train all week. All you do is play football and train. How can you look so thick and inept and stupid on a football pitch to a point where we're asking the question, do they actually have a clue what they're supposed to be doing? Fucking unbelievable, honestly. Oh, my giddy aunt. I don't know. I want these players gone. Oh, that was the same message I just read there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through as many as I can. Feel the same as you, Adam. Share your honesty and passion. Boxing. Do people honestly think Amorim signs 4 players in the summer and does better? I find that opinion hilarious. We are too easy to play against. Centre-backs, goalie, wing-backs, kick long or play short, lost ball. Kiddo says, what did you all expect? No manager could succeed with these clowns. City, Chelsea and Liverpool are big clubs. Manchester will be relegated next season. Newcastle will take its place at the top. Jamie B says, do we play a false 9 on Wednesday, Adam? I don't know if Rasmus will do anything against Romero. Honestly, I'd play Bruno. I'd play Bruno up front against Spurs. I don't want to see that clown up front for Manchester United again. I really don't. I cannot handle him. I can't. It's just impossible. He is impossible. And I think there's players in that changing room that know it now as well. I really do think there is. Our system can only work in a weak Portuguese league where even Darwin Núñez looks like prime Ronaldo. Oh, God. On that note, I'm going to bid you all farewell. It's Friday night. Go and enjoy what's left of your Friday night, people. Try not to remember what this team is or what they have just performed like on the pitch. Try not to let them stress you out. I'll be back at 8 o'clock in the morning with all of the updates and the aftermath from this game. I've not even listened to what Ruben said yet, but I'd love to listen to that and bring that up in the morning just to see. I just wanted to give my raw emotion. I can't believe I've gone on this long and lasted this long, to be honest. But thank you all the mods in the chat, everyone who's contributed. Please give the video a like on the way out as well, everyone. That is me done for the day. They have destroyed my soul. Honestly, they're killing me, this team. The only good thing about tonight is that there is one less game to play and the season is nearly over. Everybody, I bid you farewell. Have a good night. Please hit that like button, like I said. Subscribe to Forever United TV. I'll try and be as positive as I can be tomorrow. But past that, oh...